the CEO, Vice President of the Dallas Cowboys, Stephen Jones, and he's joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Stephen, happy Friday to you. Thanks for jumping on with us today.
Good to be on with you guys.
Stephen, I've got to ask you, the big news of the day in the NFL is the New York Giants have released Daniel Jones. Do the Cowboys have any interest at all of maybe taking a look at Daniel Jones once he clears waivers?
No, I think we're in good shape at our quarterback spot. We think Cooper gives us the best chance to win right now, and certainly, have some still want to see some, and we'll kind of see how the season goes here. But we still really want to see Lance and like what he brings to the table. So, and then of course, long term, we all know we made our commitment to Dak for the long term.
Gotcha. There's another big story in the NFL, Stephen, that I want to get your thoughts on. Obviously, you're thinking a lot about it. The NFL sent out a memo yesterday on this theft problem that's going on, not only in the NFL, but the NBA. What do the Cowboys do to address something like that?
Well, we just always have education and make our players aware. And, that's what you can do. I mean, obviously, everybody pays attention to theft and protecting their personal items, their homes, et cetera. And, the best thing we can do is educate and make people aware.
Yeah, it's a crazy story that this thing's going on, not only in the NFL, but in the NBA. So hopefully everybody stays safe and secure. That's for sure. There with the Cowboys and everybody else. Stephen, big game this weekend against the Washington Commanders and Dan Quinn. Is it? I know you guys had a real good relationship with Dan Quinn. Is it kind of weird going up against a guy that was such a big part of your team for a while?
Well, as you said, we have so much respect for him and, think the world of Dan. And he's obviously doing a great job with the Commanders. He did a great job for us. And, it is a little different when you go against, guys well, guys who you either coached for you or played with you at some point in time. It makes it, it is a little different. But at the same time, like I said, we just got so much respect for what Dan Quinn represents, the job he's done there for Washington, not surprising at all, that he's doing a great job. And, look forward to shaking his hand and hugging his neck on the field out there.
That ought to be interesting. Anytime the Cowboys and Washington get together, it's always a lot of fun. Stephen, I'm curious, we're visiting with Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Curious your thoughts on Micah Parsons' comments the other day. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. He said, look, the Cowboys are a damn good football team. When you hear one of the leaders of your football team say that, how do you react?
I think, obviously we had high expectations for this football team, and we think, we've had our challenges and had a lot of things, that we've had to overcome. And, this will probably be one of the healthiest we've been all year. When we take the field, we'll have Bland back, getting Nealon back, our draft pick. Certainly Mike will be out there, but we're starting to get healthy again. And, we do feel like we have good football players on this team. We just hadn't been able to, up to this point on a consistent basis, execute and make the plays that we need to make to win games. We, which we historically, have won. We've lost the turnover battle game after game, and hard to win football games when you don't protect the ball and you don't take the ball away. And as I mentioned, on top of that, we just hadn't been executing to the level that we need to. And, the injuries have probably been compounded on the defensive side by the fact that we're, our guys are learning a new system with what Mike Zimmer's running and what he wants to get accomplished. So it's a, combination of things that have kept us from having success on the field. But, I, like Micah, do believe that we have good players, good coaches, and it's a matter of, everybody getting on the same page, executing, protecting the ball and making plays on the ball. And, we can certainly change the storyline. But up to this point, we hadn't been able to do that. And right now we're sitting at 3-7, and that's what we are.
Well, Stephen, I've got to ask you this, and I know you've probably heard the story and probably addressed it already with Jerry last week on the radio said that when you were a 16-year-old, he put you in the ring with a boxer. How is that true, first and foremost? I'm assuming it is. And how did that go?
It's true, and it didn't go well for me. we were trying to do some getting in shape tactics, and certainly I probably should have been more leery. I was all up for it, but that probably doesn't bode well for my common sense there. But to get in the ring with a professional boxer, and of course, being a little competitive, he kind of let his guard down, and I had to take the shot, and then the rest was history. Next thing I knew, I was on my back.
I'm sure your mom wasn't too happy with your dad at that point in time.
Oh, well, he was really bribing me not to say a word to Mother, but ultimately, I know it finally got to her, and no, she was none too pleased.
I'm sure she wasn't. Stephen Jones with the Dallas Cowboys. Stephen, always a pleasure to talk to you, and thanks for jumping on with us here in San Antonio.
Great being on, guys. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Appreciate it very much. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us, courtesy of the Buyers Barricades guest line. All guests appear via the Buyers Barricade guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. Well, there you heard it from Stephen Jones. No interest in Daniel Jones at all